Alright, I was lagging really hard, so I just reset, and hopefully that fixed it. Okay, it's looking better. So let's grab our road event, and then get started on this level. The feeling of being watched becomes overwhelming the further you go into the forest. It's not what it says, but it's close enough, right? You finally call out, asking if anyone is there. Yes, I am here. Amidst the snow-covered trees is a towering automaton covered in bark and wood. I am a tree. The machine's statement is visibly incorrect, but you suppose it does look a bit like a pile of branches lumped together. It looks suddenly interested in you. Do you have wood? Do you wish to trade wood for metal? I feel like I kind of do option A. I've got 1 wood. Oh, I've got 6 wood here, and no metal, actually. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I'll trade wood for metal. Option A. The tree is replacing each of its metal components with natural wood. Your contributions are appreciated. It tears off a metal appendage, holding it out for you to exchange. All characters may trade any amount of wood for an equal amount of metal. Outcast characters gain an additional metal. I don't think it's a metal per thing. I think it's just 1. Shackles is an outcast. Figured that. I don't think either of my other characters will be. No, okay. So Shackles can trade 1 wood for 2 metal. So might as well, right? Here, let's trade 3. And then here, we'll do 1. Alright. Easy enough. What do we get if we pick the bottom? Just to know for the future. We start wounded, but we gain a wood and a metal. That's not that good. Alright. Can just double lock this, and that'll fix that little graphical glitch. And we've got a lot of reading to do. I believe this is the last level before... Yeah, before the final boss. So I'm thinking I'm going to finish out this Algox storyline. And then I'm going to go... I'll have a couple levels with Shackles before he retires. So I'm going to go do this 3-quest chain in this Prison Breaks chain. So we'll do the Harrower Library 102 and 103. I'm very nervous for when Shackles retires, though. Because... Oh, actually, you know what? Maybe I want to do this Uniting the Crown. Actually, you know what? In order to have enough damage output, I think I'm going to do Uniting the Crown. And then when Shackles retires, I'm going to play Kelp. And then the next character that retires, I'm going to play, Fist. So, let's do it. Reading. The scenario is completed when there is 1 Frost Demon body on each of the starting ice hexes, and 1 Snow Imp body on each starting Snowdrift hex. At the end of that round, read 90.2. Might be easy to read it here. So we need Frost Demon, that's what they're called, on each of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we need to find 3 more Frost Demons. And then Snow Imp, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as well. So we need to find 3 more of each. I would presume each one of these rooms is going to have 1 of each. Well, maybe not. Maybe this big room is going to have more. So it might be best to send... It might be best to just do these 3 individual rooms. Back in the Sacred Clearing, a weight hangs in the air. Perhaps it's just the Algox Elders, the 2 of them so full of righteous energy. Or perhaps it's the prospect of lasting peace. Whatever the case, there is no mistaking the significance of this moment. The clearing is much the way you left it. A wide circle of stone and matted ground, and in the center, a single hulking altar. The moss and vine have retreated somewhat, revealing details on a number of downed pillars and carvings. It's the first time you've been able to see ancient Algox craftsmanship this clearly, and you marvel at how much of it has lasted through the ages. Algox-shaped figures have been carved into the rock with clear, realistic proportions. Their bodies are decorated with string necklaces and draped in sashes of waving fabric. There is not much time to inspect them more thoroughly. Gurndal and Bardu approach the altar of Marog and render up their relics. The spirit returns in a burst of ethereal flame. "Your task is near its end," the spirit announces. "You must now join the 2 words. of the true creator in the realm of frost and create the unyielding shard. Okay, that hurt my throat. The air in front of you bends. It wobbles and shifts, moved by the spirit's unseen hand, and a doorway appears, a tall, shivering eclipse. Singing wind rushes out from the new portal, and a flurry of snow pours over you, carrying with it a faint smell of metal and ash. You've garnered a new aversion to other realms over the past few months, but there seems to be no avoiding this one. Both the elders move inside and gesture for you to follow, so you shield your eyes and pass into the wintry realm. On the other side, the air is dense with wet, sticky flakes, and the ground is coated in frost. There is little to see aside from the blowing snow, but you can tell that beyond the weather, there is something fundamentally off about this place. When you lift your hand, spectral shadows trail behind it, after images as if you were shown a phantom haunting your own body. And then there are the figures. Several pale shapes emerge just ahead, snow imps and frost demons. Their angular bodies skulk out of the blowing snow, and eyeless demons pounding the ground with their heavy, opaque limbs, and the imps jerking spasmodically back and forth. Spasmodically? Whatever. Prepare yourself, warm bloods, the elder says. This is the first stage of the ritual. The creatures carry a sliver of divine spirit with them. We must defeat them. Oh, I didn't realize this was still in quotes. Oh well. And use their essence to form the merging glyph. When any monster dies, instead of a loot token, it drops its standee with no base. These are bodies. Alright, had to take a break and get the baby all situated, but I think she's good now. So, when any monster dies, instead of a loot token, it drops a standee with no base. These are bodies, which do not affect movement or alter whether a hex is empty, featureless, or unoccupied. All bodies can be looted as normal, though the body is simply moved to the looting character's hex, or hex adjacent to them. Multiple bodies can be in the same hex. Okay. Wait, but it doesn't say anything about, like, dropping the bodies off? Okay, it's not there. Wait, so how do we move the bodies to the... Do not affect movement or alter whether a hex is anything... Bodies can be looted as normal, but is moved to looting character's hex or adjacent to them. Multiple bodies can be in the same hex. Okay. Alright, well, whatever. We'll just figure it out, right? So, maybe once we open one of the doors, maybe we do need to go into this room, and it'll tell us, like, something special about it. About exactly how we drop these things off. But we can figure that out. For now, we need to start... Well, we need to figure out what is going to be useful for Hive. So, Hive has a really big issue here in that Snow Imps have multi-target, but they have multi-target whenever there's any element. But obviously I have an infuser, so I'm going to have a ton of elements. I think this level's going to be hard. All undamaged monsters have 2 retaliate. I think that seems really easy for me. I don't remember ever seeing that one before either. Whenever any character loots 1 or more loot tokens, they gain curse. If the scenario has no loot tokens, draw. Does it have loot tokens? Does it have a loot deck? It does. I don't know how we actually get loot, though, because the monsters don't drop loot tokens. Okay. Let's just do the retaliate one. During an order of initiative each round, if there are fewer monsters than characters on the map, all monsters gain ward. Maybe that's not too bad. Let's just do this retaliate one and not worry about getting an extra one. So, on to Shackles. Kill 2 monsters in the same round, add 2 cards to the lost pile before your first rest. Perform an ability targeting allies. We'll go for killing 2 monsters in the same turn. On Infuser, kill the first monster to die, collect 3 loot tokens in the same turn, lose a card to negate suffering 5 or more damage. Let's go for the first monster to die, but there is Brittle in this scenario, so it would have been really easy to lose a card to negate 5 or more damage. In no more than 3 hexes, no turn in the hex which you started, perform a long rest while at full health after having suffered damage, kill 1 or more elite enemies. There are a bunch of elite snow imps here, so that sounds pretty easy. I think, once again, we're going to be going with the Reconstructive Aid as the summon. Maybe I could try the Rapid Fire here. Oh, I also really want to do this Plague Protocol. Maybe I'll try that. Adding poison to all my attacks. And maybe not. Yeah, I want to do a lot of range here. Because of the Retaliate. I just realized that the Retaliate's going to totally screw over my summons. So I just need to make sure that summons never go first into anything. So do I want to do this on range, get multi-target? I think I will. Let's try that. I haven't gotten to try it yet. Which means that I'll probably want to just start with a ranged attack. I guess that's why it's like not that good, because you probably want to start with a summon, right? So maybe I should start with the Reconstructive Aid, and then I can just summon this Bolt Shooter on turn 1. So let's do that. Starting hex, I can be here. Let's see. So I could just move Infuser up to kind of tank. I'm definitely going late and just summoning this thing. That'll be fine. And then for a bottom, maybe... I want to get this long-range missiles out to make a summon not die, but also if I'm having multi-target attacks, this is like my best card to do that with. So maybe I'll just play like Reassemble or something. I don't really need it. On Shackles, I want to get both Chained by Spite and my new... What's the level 9 card? Redemption. Oh, wow. I have no slow cards. That is definitely a deck building issue. Whatever. We'll run with it this time, and then maybe I'll switch out later. So do I want to start with Redemption? Whenever you suffer damage, one enemy within range 2 suffers 2. That seems pretty good. We'll start with that and maybe just move forward and retaliate. So let's start with the move forward and retaliate. Although this range retaliate would be really nice, since there's range on the snow imps. 1, 2, 3. If I go here, I get retaliate into all of them. Maybe that's too good to pass up. And then on Infuser, let's see. We're going to get fire, which means that I could just straight go for like Boon of the Tempest. Jump, I feel like, is going to be pretty good here. Everything's going to have retaliate 2 if it's undamaged, but Shackles should retaliate into all of these guys pretty quickly on turn 1. I think I like this Caress of the Night in the beginning. So maybe I'll use like my Boon or my Infusion Potion to get the Dark, and then use the Fire. I don't hate that. And then I'll just start with like a move 3. This feels fine. Oh, no attacks from any monsters is cringe. Okay. That's all right. So I will move 1, 2, 3 on Shackles, I think. First, the Forest Imps go, and so they'll set Dark. Or Snow Imps. And then the Shackles will move forward. He'll set Fire with his Chained by Spite, unfortunately. And then Redemption. So whenever I suffer damage, someone in range 2 suffers. What did I get? I got the Swiftness Potion as my new item. Okay. Decanter of Mist is going to be really good here, I think. Alright, that's fine. Frost Demons just immobilize Shackles is all they do on their turn. Everybody else is further away. Which means Infuser can move 3. So I can go 1, 2, 3. And I would slide into this Snow Imp, I believe. I'm not exactly sure, actually. Maybe I can't, because I would go here and I would slide into this obstacle. And then I would slide here, and I guess I would stop here, because this is not icy terrain. If it were icy terrain under, I would go through. But I think I stop here. Maybe I'll just go 1, 2, 3 like this. I think that this is actually better. I'd take 5 retaliate from hitting this guy. Oh, I'm not even hitting him though, am I? I'm just going to set Caress of the Night, which is just going to strengthen myself. Which is fine. And then Hive is going to summon the ranged summon. The ranged non-moving summon. So I might want to move first. Like move here and place it right here. It has range 3, right? Yeah, range 3, target 2, attack 2. So I'm going to move first and then summon that guy, who I probably don't have yet. Because I don't think I have summoned him before. I believe it is this thing. Machine Bolter. Yeah, the Machine Bolter. Okay. I'm happy with that. I mean, I'm going to get to start. So I'll want Hive to go fast, I think, to hit the 2 Frost Demons. And then Infuser can attack without having to suffer any consequences. And yeah, this is fine. Maybe I should have Element Potioned, and then I could, like, Boon of the Tempest here. But let's see. What kind of attack could I do? Oh, I've got this Obsidian Spear I can try out. So if I move 1, 2, 3, I can hit these 2 with the Obsidian Spear. That sounds good. Or do I want to be trying to go for the bottom? I completely forgot about this item, but ignoring the Retaliate is so nice. Alright. Yeah, given that the Frost Demons have Retaliate on every attack, maybe the Obsidian Spear is what I want to do. Just do an attack 4 into 2 targets. I'll need to move 3 to set it up. So I could Boon of the Tempest here. And then after that, I probably want to be targeting Forest Imps with Infuser. But I want them to be damaged. So would I want to move with Boon of the Tempest and then Stamina Potion it back? I think I do Boon of the Tempest, I get the Wind, and then I hope to get something out of the Obsidian Spear. I'll get to pull 4 modifiers, which is really good. And then we'll see what kind of elements I get, and I might Stamina Potion back Boon of the Tempest to use it. If I get Leaf, I may just go for the Gemstone Resonance, but I don't have the Boon of the Tempest, so I won't get the attack. I'm rusty. It's been a couple days since I've even thought about this game, so... Let's see. Could Scarred Effigy to get 3 Retaliate. Maybe Reversal of Fate is a little bit better. Reject the Gift. I mean, now that... I guess Reject the Gift has some counter synergy with the Redemption level 9 card. And also, I don't get to suffer damage at the beginning of all of my turns like I wanted to. Let's remember to increase our max health. Reversal of Fate here, I think, sounds like it's a good idea. Maybe just with Hopelessness, and then a Line of Transference next turn. Yeah, the Frost Demons already played their heal card, and it's not a shuffle. So they don't have any more heal cards, so that's really nice. Here, I think I just want to go fast to remove the Retaliate, the innate Retaliate that these guys have, although it's not really that big of an issue. Maybe I just want to switch with my bottom and then play long-range missiles. I kind of like that. The only problem is that if Infuser moves here to hit these guys, then this thing would be in danger. So maybe I do Faceless Entity to get the switch. And then do I need to Launch Pod? This reduces the range, right? So Launch Pod would only be range 2. Let's see. So if I move it back here, then when I switch, I would go here. So let's just do long range missiles. And we'll just try to get these attacks off and just see what happens. And then hopefully, I think I want to draw one of my... I want to draw one of my +1 switches on one of my 2 attacks. So Hive gets to go first, so this thing will target here and here. So first the normal, then the elite. And it's attack for 2. Attack for 2. Okay, it's going to crit. This is why I don't like player 4, because like I always accidentally click on the card when I'm going for the second one. So we deal 4, and we deal 2. And then it's my turn, so I will... Let's see, we need to see what they're doing. They're not actually attacking, so it doesn't matter too much. I think I'm going to move 2 and then switch. And then I've got move 2 again, but I don't need to do that, so we'll just do long-range missiles. So it's a 2-target attack 3 at range 4. So I could go ahead and hit these snow imps. But that doesn't seem to matter too much to me. I think I'll go for this Frost Demon and this Elite. Yeah, I'll just target the 2 demons in the same order. And nice, I got the +1 switch, which is kind of what I wanted. Although now I wish I had moved. Dang. So it was attack for 3. So they take 4 and 4, and then now I switch. Which is a really big issue. I don't have to switch. Because if I'm moving here with Infuser, then this Frost Demon is going to run up into my Bolt Turret, and then my Bolt Turret would attack it and take Retaliate. I guess I could command it to attack a further target, but I think I'll just leave it like this. Yeah, I'm going to leave it like this. Oh, no, because the Frost Demons are next, so this Frost Demon's still going to be here. Okay, then I will take the switch. And, yeah, I didn't switch the token, but we're back to being like this. Okay, now the Frost Demons go. So this guy stands still, this guy stands still. This guy wants to go here, I guess. So he goes 1, 2, 3. It's either 3 or 4 that it takes him to move there, but he has 4 movement anyway. And so that gets him right on top of Shackles. 1, 2, 3, 4, I think is how it would go. And then they just gain shield, is all they do. Shackles is going to Reversal of Fate and Bane itself. Then Infuser is going to move 1, 2, 3 and set Wind with Boon of the Tempest. And then Obsidian Spear. So I'm not reducing the attack. It's just going to be attack for 4 into both this guy and then this guy. Okay, it does 6. Wow. Oh, wait. That was the wrong player. It does either 5 or 4 and sets Dark. We'll take the Dark. So it does 4. And then sets Leaf as well. Wow. I will take that for sure. I think I'm just gonna put these 2 cards back in and shuffle them. Like that. Since I accidentally drew them. That was a very good Infuser turn. Also, these 2 guys get wounded and muddled, right? Guy number 9. Okay, and now it is all the Snow Imps. So they're all elite. So this guy, he looks for who has taken the most damage, which is this thing. And heals him 2. And then this guy will go here. And he has taken 5. This guy has taken 8. This guy has taken 8. So let's heal this thing. And then this guy has moved 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it is 6, 8, and 5. So this thing heals 2. Okay. I mean, I don't feel like I'm in a bad spot. Oh, dang it. I should have Stamina Potion to back a card. I could go for Coalescing Darkness here. It's a little underwhelming. It doesn't feel like it's the best infusion for this scenario. Dang. This thing is full health, so it'll retaliate on me if I hit it. I think that actually was worse than I was thinking it was going to be. Especially for Infuser. Let's look at somebody else first. I do have the possibility of just doing Crystalline Aegis with a bottom attack 3. I'm not strengthened, though, so... I think I just want to go fast on Hive again and hit these 2 targets. Okay, I'm liking this summon. I'm liking it quite a bit. I'll go fast and I can move it. I can command it to attack and then I can move it. I really like that. I really like that. But if I do this, then I'm going slow on the next turn. So that's an issue. I might need to drop a summon to bring a faster card. This was a big mistake playing these cards in this order. What is this? Move 1, switch, shield 2. I like that. So could I play that with... I could play it with the high impact projectiles. If I move 1... I'm not going to be in range to hit targets because it would just be range 2, target 3. So I need the bolter back here. There's the chance that the bolter could draw its... Okay, I think I'm going to go fast and play this turn so that I can get the bolter out of the way. And then once the bolter is all the way in the back, then next turn I should be set up. And even if I'm going slow, it's fine. I'll probably do something like move 1 and switch and hit 2 targets with launch pod. And I'll be happy there. Shackles, I mean, retaliating sounds nice. And, oh, whoops. What card played? Retaliating with line of transference. I don't see any reason that that would not be a quite nice turn. And so I'm most likely rejecting the gift into this Frost Demon, but it could be one of the Snow Imps. Maybe I'm going to attack and Bane over here, although the Machine Bolter will have hit it. Yeah, I really don't know exactly what I want to do here. I wish I had saved my bounty of the Boon of the Tempest. Maybe I just do Coalescing Darkness bottom to conserve my elements. I also kind of like the idea of just going Crystalline Aegis with Guide the Flow and just hitting something. Oh, also, I get to conserve all of my elements if I hit with Guide the Flow. I didn't think about that, because all of them switch into 1. That's actually really, really nice. And then I could Stamina Potion back my thing. So maybe I want to save Crystalline Aegis. Maybe I'll just disarm something, or... I could heal and get every element but Dark next turn, which would give me Leaf and Wind, which I would be able to do the infusion with. I'm just going to disarm and Guide the Flow, and we'll just figure it out from there. Okay, it is the Snow Imps that are going first, so this guy will eat the Reversal of Fate unless he misses. Attack for 6 coming out of Frost Demons. This is all okay. I do need to move the Bolter out of the way, but that's not an issue, I don't think. So first it will be the Bolter into the Snow Imp and then the Frost Demon. Beautiful. So after this attack ability, grant a move 2, so it's 2 damage and 3. And then I get to grant it a move 2. So we'll move 1, 2, which is basically exactly where I needed it to go. I think. Or do I want to move 1, 2 like this? No, because I need it to be in range 3 to be able to hit things. And then I can grant it 2 attacks for 3. So let's just hit Snow Imp and then Frost Demon. It does 3 and 2. But that's fine. It is multi-target attack out of the Snow Imps. But I think my Bolter is going to be okay. Let's see. Shackles is going to, I think, Bane this guy. He's going to back up and set Retaliate and Bane this guy. This thing's going to try to move forward here to hit Shackles and Infuser. This guy, he's going to have 3 movement. He's just going to be able to move 1. Because Shackles is going to be his primary focus, and he wants to hit Shackles, so he'd want to hit Shackles and Infuser, but he can't move enough to do that. And then he doesn't go for 2 targets, because Shackles is his primary focus. I think I'm safe here. I can also move Hive if I want, but I don't feel the need to do that. So I'm just going to stay here, I think. So nothing with my bottom, which means that I did not need to go at 16 speed. Well, I guess I needed to go at 16 speed, didn't I? Oh, well. So now Shackles is going to, I think, just back up to right here and set Retaliate 3. And then attack with Line of Transference. Do I want the Wind? No, I don't think I'll do the Wind. I'm going to go into this Elite Frost Demon. Attack for 2. And it just does 2. But it will give him my Bane. and then he'll take 3 retaliate, and then when I suffer, I can put all of the damage into the Frost Demon, and that'll be good. And that finishes Shackles. And then now Infuser. I think... Oh, I didn't play the Brittle, did I? I played the Disarm. So maybe I want to... Who do I want to disarm? I can disarm anybody. Let's attack first. So let's do this. We'll turn all of the elements into each other. So attack for 3. It's going to deal 4. This guy's not full health, so he doesn't get anything out of me. And then... Let's see. With my disarm, I guess I'll target this guy. That way he won't hit multi-targets. Because none of these other guys can reach multi-targets. So let's disarm this Frost Demon number 5. And then I don't need to reduce the range or anything for Onyx Shards. And I'm going to Stamina Potion back my Boon of the Tempest. So that I can get another Strengthen and get some free attacks out. And then now it is the Snow Imps. So this guy wants to hit multi-targets. He can eat anything except the wind. So let's just have him eat the dark, I think. He'll move here and hit Shackles and Infuser. So attack for 3 into Shackles. It'll deal 2. Then my level 9 will proc, and I can deal 2 damage to this guy. And I get a curse. And then into Infuser. Attack for 3. It does 2. And both of my targets will get brittled. And then this guy, same targets, Shackles and then Infuser. Attack for 3. It's going to deal 4. Oh, wait, no, I get brittled again. And I get another curse. And then into Infuser, it would deal 3, which would brittle to 6. So let's reduce the damage down to 1, which will then brittle to 2. Oh, that's so beautiful. I can't believe it drops them like that. That's so nice. That is so nice. Oh my gosh. Whoever made this scenario is so freaking cool. I cannot believe they did that. Dang, Frost Demons on ice and Snow Imps on Snowdrifts. I didn't even think about, like, positioning the monsters in the way... In that way ahead of time. That's so cool that they did that, though. I love that. Okay. And that finished all of the Snow Imps. So they ate an element. Did I get all my curses? Yes, 4 curses are missing. Beautiful. Oh, also, the Reversal of Fate would have gone off. Unfortunately, it only did 2 damage. And it was into this guy. And so now we've got a huge attack coming into Shackles. I did not think about this part. Which is not good. So this guy's going to come here and attack, I guess, with disadvantage. Oh, can he come here now? Yes, he can. Oh, I didn't think about that either. Oh, no, this is bad. Oh, what a flub. Okay, attack into Shackles, attack for 6. It will deal 6, which would deal 12. So, I believe if I use the Deathproof Charm, I do lose the Brittle. Because I would be blocking all 12 of the damage, rather than just blocking the 6 before it doubles. Dang, that is tough. I can't believe I did that. I should not have killed this guy with the level 9 damage. Because it just would have been a tiny attack out of Snow Imps instead of this big ol' attack 6. I think I'm going to take 12. Ooh, when you see it go all the way down to 7 health, though, that really hurts. Oh. You know what? I'm going to use my armor to reduce the damage from 6 down to 3, which will then brittle to 6. So now I'll need to set wind again, but I can still take the damage, which means I can make this guy take 2, and then his turn ends, so he'll take 10. And then this guy's disarmed, and then this guy can't hit multi-targets, so he'll just come here to hit shackles. And so he's going to attack for 5. And he misses. Also, this guy takes 3 retaliate, and this guy takes 3 retaliate. And he misses. Oh! It was this guy who should have attacked Infuser, right? That would draw the miss. It would draw the miss and the -1. And then now this guy attacks Shackles. And he draws a +2, so it does 7. And then I can make something suffer 2. So we'll do this Frost Demon. I need to get wounded so that at the beginning of every turn I suffer 1. Unfortunately, for the first time in forever, I don't have monsters that wound on every attack. Wound would be so nice, though, to just kill this thing. And I can't go fast on Hive. I really wish I could go fast on Hive and just kill this thing. That's okay. Infuser got missed, so she is not brittled. Alright, well, this didn't go the best. I definitely could have played that turn better. So what do I need to do on Shackles? I mean, I wish I could set Wind. I could set Wind with this heal. Maybe I reject the gift and set Unending Torment. And heal myself with Unending Torment. Also, Racked with Pain would kill this Frost Demon. That would be nice. I think I can afford to do this. Let's do Racked with Pain with Unending Torment. And then I can go at 12 speed if I want. I'll get the Wind out, which means that I can Boon of the Tempest, and I can do it with Crystalline Aegis to get the Retaliate and the Ward on myself, so I don't have to worry about this Brittle nearly as much. I think I said Retaliate, Regenerate. I like that. All of these things have suffered, so now they just have their default Retaliates, which is still quite a bit, but I kill this Frost Demon almost always. I think I like Crystalline Aegis with Boon of the Tempest. And then here, I'll just go as fast as I can and try to switch and hit multi-targets for 3. It's a pretty decently hard hit. No attacks out of Snow Imps. I love that for me. Ranged attack out of Frost Demon. I do not love that. Do I have a way to suffer damage on Shackles? I guess instead of doing Racked with Pain to stun something, I could melee attack a Frost Demon to take Retaliate, which would make me suffer 2 damage, which I could kill this Frost Demon with. It would be, like, slightly more efficient. I need to Boots, which is okay, because initiative doesn't really matter on any of these guys, I don't think. I need to Boots Shackles down before Infuser so that I can get that Wind. Let's see. I'm going to get a Strengthened Attack 3 on Infuser's turn, so that could kill here. I'm not really going to kill anywhere else, so there's not much point in doing it. I would also love to not really take damage, so I should have rejected the gift, but I guess I'll Strengthened Attack 3, and I'll stun one of these Frost Demons, and then I just have to worry about eating 1 Frost Demon attack, which is not the end of the world, right? So let's stun Brittle, Wound Frost Demon number 5, and then Machine Bolter actually has a chance of killing it. Let's not Wound, because their turn is first. So I'll just stun and Brittle Frost Demon number 5, get an experience, and then I'll heal myself for 6 and muddle myself to get the experience, and the element is the important part. And then that'll finish Shackles. And then now Infuser goes, and I'm just going to eat the Wind, and let's do the Wind and the Ice with Boon of the Tempest. So I'll activate that first. Oh, I should definitely have 1 more, because that's 4 experience right here. First, I'll strengthen myself, and then attack for 3. Ooh, dodge the miss. So that'll kill. And then I guess I'm just regenerating and warding myself, right? which is fine because that's going to get rid of my brittle next turn. So I'm pretty decently happy with that. And yeah, I don't really want to move in anywhere because I don't want to get muddled for next turn. So that's fine. Then these things will go, and they strengthen both of the Frost Demons, strengthen themselves, and muddle Shackles, who should have already been muddled from his turn. And that's just all that they do. And then the Frost Demons go. So they don't have ice anymore, so this is just an attack 5. This guy will back up and attack Shackles for 5, and it will deal 6. I think... I'm not sure how much health I had. I think I had 11, though. And then I can make something suffer 2... maybe into this Snow Imp. Yeah, because if it suffers 1 next turn, if this guy hits me... well, whatever, it's fine. Maybe I can tell the Bolt Shooter to hit it or something. Or maybe Hive can hit it. And I just need like a little tap for it to die. And then now it is Hive, so Hive will target 5 and then 6. Or the Bolt Shooter will hit 5 and then 6. And it does 4, which brittles to 8. And then 3. And then I can switch if I want to. I'm not certain that I do. But I will move 1 and switch and then launch pod. Unfortunately, though, it's not enough range. So would I want to just summon my poison guy instead? Let me turn this down a little bit. Let's see. Maybe I'll launch pod and then switch? I'm just not sure exactly how I want to handle this. I really wish that I could hit with launch pod back here, but that's not really a thing. I just have... well, I could move here and then I can do it. The problem is I just can't go fast next turn to have the bolter kill this Frost Demon. But if Shackles could suffer a damage, he could kill it. It's probably time for Infuser to go up and start doing something. So if she moves up, she's strengthened. I guess I could Gemstone Resonance. Oh, that's right. I was also thinking about using my Circlet of Elements. So I'll just Circlet of Elements leaf to leaf. Because it doesn't look like any of my other cards matter too much. I could go here and Slashing Cyclone. And that would probably kill the Snow Imp. And then at that point... I don't really know. Is there any way for me to move here and pull? I don't think so. But I could move here. I could move here with my boots and pull this Snow Imp onto this thing with Coalescing Darkness and then kill with Slashing Cyclone, and I hit that. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So I didn't need to leaf, but that's fine. I don't need to worry about that at all. Oh, I'm figuring out Hive's turn right now. Okay, so I don't need to worry about any of these, either of these. So let's hit this Snow Imp. So that means that I will move 1, but I won't switch. I'll just move 1 and attack with Launch Pod up top. Grant to summon a move 2. So this thing suffers 3. I could summon out of it, but I don't really want to. Grant to summon a move 2. I don't think that matters in any way. I kind of like where this guy is right now, so I'm going to leave him there. Maybe I want him closer to this door, so I'll move him 1 so he's still in range to hit there. And we're new turn. And I love this Infuser turn. Shackles, yeah, reject the gift. That just makes a lot of sense. And then my only 2 cards here. So hopefully this works out. Infuser is first. So first, it's going to regenerate, which is going to remove the brittle. Then use the Dancing Slippers to have move 3 jump that ends adjacent to an enemy. So I'll go 1, 2, 3. Then use Coalescing Darkness to pull 1 target at range 3. So I'll pull this thing in, which is going to set dark. And now it's on top of a Snowdrift. And I'll attack all 3 of these guys for 2. So first on the bottom, It kills, and it sets Leaf. And then into the Snow Imp. I need a +1 for it to die to wound. Oh, damn. Damn. What are they doing? They're tagging multi-targets. That sucks. Because I pulled him onto the Snowdrift so that when he dies, I don't have to move the token at all. That's so unfortunate. I guess I could attack it for 2 with Shackles. That's probably best. I'm doing that instead of Reject the Gift, though, which means the Frost Demon doesn't take much damage. And then an attack for 2 right here. Dang, that one gets the +1 that I needed. On the bright side, I did get some elements. Next turn, I'll be able to Gemstone Resonance. I mean, it wasn't the end of the world. I killed this thing. These guys had suffered, so I don't take Retaliate. Sucks that Hive is so low, and it sucks that Shackles can't really reject the gift here. Man, what do I want to do? I guess it is Shackles now. I pulled in, and I did Slashing Cyclone. Also, this guy is muddled, just in case, from the pull. Just in case he gets a turn and does something nasty. So, I mean, I could summon the Flesh Bomb. That doesn't really help. I've got Parrying Gauntlet. Man, this guy's going to move up into me, and I can Parrying Gauntlet, which would make me take Retaliate, and then I can make something suffer too. The problem is just that the Snow Imp would already have taken its turn. Maybe I just want to attack for 2 instead of Reject the Gift. I think I attack for 2 with Unstable Effigy, and then I reject the gift bottom to not get brittled when this thing hits me. And then I just do a heal. So first, let's attack for 2 with the Effigy. Okay, and it would take the +1, so that kills. So this thing already has its token in the right spot, but it's only 1 out of 12. Then I can move and reject the gift. I guess there would be a slight benefit to moving if I could get this guy onto an ice tile already. This Frost Demon is already on the right tile, since he's on ice. Dang, there's no way to get him. Well, if I move 1, 2, 3, who does he see as his focus, right? He would see Infuser, not Shackles. Because I need the Frost Demon on ice, so he would need to come here in order to get onto the right thing. I guess I need to loot this corpse, don't I? This is tough. I guess, though, if I move out this way, I can have Hive be the focus. And I would rather Hive get hit by this Snow Imp than Shackles, for sure. So maybe I'll go 1, 2, 3. And then now these things go, so this guy's going to back up and eat the dark. Hit 2 targets with Brittle and Curse, so Infuser and then Hive. Infuser would take 2, so let's just block all of the damage. And then we get Cursed. And this way I don't lose my ward. Oh, this thing's going to hit me for 5, though, isn't it? And then into Hive, attack for 3. It's going to miss. So Hive will get brittled and cursed. And then this thing goes 1, 2, 3. Or does it go 1, 2? I'm not sure. It has enough movement, and Infuser was faster, so Infuser's probably the focus. So I should have used my other shield to block the brittle, but whatever. Attack for 5. It would do 5, which is going to be 4, and then the brittle's going to go off, which would deal 8, and then the ward's going to reduce it down to 4, and I lose my regenerate. So, not well played by me. Oh, okay. Baby woke up, and I took care of her for like 3 hours. It's been a very long time, but I double-checked where I was. I still need to do Hive's turn for this round. So let's do that. Looks like my Machine Bolter is going to attack for 2 and deal 2. Oh, wait. Is there another? Oh, no. Okay. Hive is the one who's brittled. That is fine. And then... Oh, so I heal for 2, so I'm no longer brittled. And then... Maybe just move to attack 2 into the Snow Imp makes sense. I don't think it's bad. I don't think I really want one of these summons. I think I just like move to attack 2. Alternatively, I could move here, and this way I would get to pick up this Frost Demon. Let's see. How do I drop a Frost Demon onto this Ice Hex? That will be difficult. Unless you can drop them into adjacent hexes, but we haven't learned anything about dropping them. Oh. Oh, okay. You just move it to an adjacent hex when you loot it. Got it. Got it, got it, got it. I was thinking you put it on your character board. Okay, so this Forest Imp is where I need it to be. This Forest Imp needs to move down 1. So if I move here, I need to start moving this Frost Demon, I guess, over to this. Well, so I can loot this hex and put the Forest Imp here and the Frost Demon here when I loot that hex. And then this only needs to be looted twice to get over there. So I think I am going to do that. I'm going to go here and I'm going to attack this Frost Demon for 2. It's going to take 4. And then I'm going to take 3 Retaliate, and I loot the Frost Demon into the adjacent hex. Right? All bodies can be looted as normal, though the body is simply moved into the looting character's hex or a hex adjacent to them. Beautiful. So if I had stood here and done a loot action, I could have moved it straight from there to here. But there wouldn't have been a way to move that there. Okay. I totally misunderstood that earlier, but now we've got it. I mean, this here makes sense to just go fast in Gemstone Resonance, right? And then long rest both my other characters. That seems like the perfect play here. I'm gonna get immobilized. That's annoying. I can't do anything about it either. This is fine. So, Infuser just gets immobilized. And there's no ice, so I don't have to worry about that. This thing is going to attack for 4, which is annoying. I really wish I had saved this Kite Shield. But that's okay. I guess I'm going to... I can't move. I don't want to do this Bounty of the Earth. So I'll just Gemstone Resonance. And so I will heal the Hive for 2 and give it a Regenerate. I wish I were in range of Shackles, but yeah, that's just not going to happen. The Regenerate doesn't really matter because it's healing 4 this round. The heal actually literally does nothing because it was going to heal all the way anyway. But then I get to strengthen myself and attack for 3. So I guess I hope I crit here. Otherwise, this Retaliate is going to hurt me quite a bit. I also could rolling +1. No. All I do is 3 damage. And then I take 3 Retaliate. And now I'm going to need to eat an attack for 4. Man, I really wish that I could move so that Hive would be the focus. So I could use my Forest Imp here so that I don't die to the Snow Imp, which might just need to be something that I do. It feels bad, but I would die to a +1, and I don't necessarily want to die to a +1. And there's just nothing I can do with my bottom, unfortunately. So I think I'm going to Forest Imp. And heal up. And then this Snow Imp is going to attack Infuser. And it does 4. And it will brittle. And then Hive has its Summon Go, who does 2 damage. And then I get to long rest my characters. So Shackles is probably just going to be looking to play Chained by Spite here. Maybe I can drop the Scarred Effigy. I'm pretty low, so I don't think I really want to be taking that Retaliate, right? So just Chained by Spite. It would make sense to, like, move up here. Maybe I want to move here so that I can move this way and loot this Snow Imp Hex. So that I can move it there. So I need to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Which I could move for with Line of Transference. That would be fine. But not amazing, I don't think. Over here, a card to lose. I feel like I kind of don't need the Leaper. Maybe let's drop Reassemble. I don't feel like I'm going to be doing, like, Reassemble stuff this time. And then I'm just going to Long Rest Infuser. So I want to kill with my other 2 characters. I guess my Bolter can go fast and most likely kill this thing. And then I can just attack at range onto the Snow Imp. I need just a little bit out of Shackles to kill. If I do this Faceless Entity, I would just have to move up to it, which isn't bad. And then I can attack for 2 twice. And my odds of killing there are not impossible. I'm fine with that. And then Shackles can just Chain by Spite and move for 4. Is kind of what I need it to do. So Hive, first my summon attacks and kills. And then I will just move 2. And then attack for 2, attack for 2. It does 3. I don't need to switch in any way. And then attack for 2 does 2, and I kill. Then I loot the hex adjacent, or the hex that I'm in, and so I can move this to the hex adjacent to me, and now it's there. And then I just need to move this Snow Imp there. Somebody's going to need to move this thing. Let's see. Yeah, for Hive to get into this hex is actually kind of difficult. I have to go like 1, 2, 3, 4. So that I can slide into this rock, which is kind of fun. This is like a cool ice slidey puzzle level. I like that. So Shackles, I could just go here to put this on here. And then once I... Yeah, that's good. So let's go here to move this there and then set Chain by Spite. Although maybe I don't even want to do that in this rest cycle. And then Infuser is going to heal 2, which is going to give her Regenerate. And then bring this down, get all of her items back, and be a very happy camper. Can drop Bounty of the Earth here. I don't feel like the... Well, but having the heal on it is actually really nice. If I go for that infusion. Slashing Cyclone is a good speed. I don't think I need Onyx Shards. Although one nice thing about making obstacles would be way easier to play around this icy terrain. Okay, so now that I understand how you move the corpses, then I can just go into these 3 rooms most likely, as long as there's one of each enemy in them, and I can take them out just fine. So I just need to heal up with 2 of my characters, and should I bring in another summon? The problem is I don't want to do any of my melee summons into these Frost Demons with their Retaliate. So I just want to do my Machine Bolter. I should have brought the Aimed Assault Turret. I should have done that. Maybe I would want to bring out one of my other summons just to have my ranged attack 1 summon that can also heal off Brittles. That's actually pretty decent. So maybe I'll summon the Plague Protocol. And I can put that as my mode. And I don't hate that. So what I would just want to move for and summon that somewhere. I think that's pretty decent. I'm going to need Hive to go close to the Machine Bolter. So maybe I just want Hive to go into this room right now. And then Infuser. Infuser has this Regenerate now, so she'll start healing up. I would love to do this attack 4, range 3 stun. Just get that out, you know? Just since it's something that I can do. I might have forgotten to wound and muddle something, but... I think this Frosthaven was actually supposed to be wounded and muddled, but wasn't. But maybe he wasn't. We're not going to worry about it either way. I don't have any way to heal myself, actually, other than playing Bounty of the Earth. So maybe that wouldn't be a horrible idea, just because I am kind of low. I do have armor, and I have Regenerate. What is my way to be productive here? I mean, Infuser's probably got to be able to go into this room, right? And just do it. I could Rising Momentum to get a move for 4, and then use my boots to get onto anything. And then I'm just not really killing, right? Maybe I could line myself up for an Obsidian Spear, though. I would love to be strengthened and go for an Obsidian Spear. So maybe I will... I think this turn I'm going to set Leaf. And then next turn I can Gemstone Resonance myself. And that will give me the Strengthen. And then I'll just try to go in an Obsidian Spear. So I can set Leaf with this. And I can move with just a regular card. I would love to be able to open the door and attack with the bottom of Obsidian Spear. That would be so cool. What do I need for this? I need Leaf and Dark, which I don't have a good Leaf-Dark combo out of anything. I can get Dark and Wind. That's okay. I'm having a hard time figuring out exactly what I want to do here. Maybe I should just go and try to step here to loot my corpses a little bit. I need to be careful about where I'm going, because I need to get a Forest Imp all the way down here, which I'm not that close to. So maybe this Forest Imp I would want to move this way. And then this Frost Demon needs to move there. So just a loot 1 action while standing here. Well, no, I would need to be standing there. 2, 3. Okay, let's just move 3 and shield on Infuser and go to right there. And then just every card is a move 3. So maybe I'll just do Crystalline Aegis. I don't feel like I'm going to need that. And then on Shackles, I probably just want to heal. So I'm thinking Unending Torment for the top. I like that. So first I have move 4. So I'm going to go ahead and go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to heal myself for 5. That's going to set fire and immobilize myself. And then next turn I can Racked with Pain to heal with my top. And I guess reject the gift. And then I'll Reversal of Fate and Hopelessness. And then I can Long Rest and then open this door. And just absolutely evaporate that room in there. I love that. And I set Wind and Fire, which is actually really, really nice. And then Infuser is going to regenerate 1 and move 1, 2, 3. And then standing in this hex... Oh, and she will shield 1 and set Leaf. And then from this hex, she can move this here and this here. Now I just need somebody to end their hex there, in their turn there, to move the Frost Demon right there. And this is not bad at all. And then Hive has move 4. So let's just move 4 with jump. 1, 2. Okay, this doesn't seem bad. There's a chest in here too, so maybe I want to pick that up. Literally no special text, so we can just go in there. We've got an obstacle. I moved 1, 2, so I've got 2 movement left. We've got this thing trying to hit multi-targets with move 4. So I probably want to stay here, because if I back up, it would go 1, 2, 3, 4, and hit 2 targets. And if I stay in the door, it can't hit 2 targets. Only issue with that is it means that I can't really summon my guy, but is that big of an issue? Probably not. Or I could summon my guy and give it shield. Maybe I'll back up 1 and summon out here. That'll cause the Forest Imp to move to right here, and it'll be able to see both of us. My Machine Bolter is just not very close. I'm going to move down here, and I'm going to summon my Plague Protocol. My Toxin Distributor, I believe is what it's called. And this way, the Snow Imp is going to have to go 1-2 in order to be in range to have line of sight onto Hive. Hive doesn't mind getting hit here. My Toxin Distributor, I think, is whatever if it gets hit. The Frost Demon isn't going to be able to move forward as much, which means that it's going to move like 1-2, which means the Snow Imp will be my Poison guy's focus for next turn. I guess he will take 2 Retaliate, won't he? Because of the battle goal thing. Let's go ahead and give him shield 3 for this turn. I'm fine with that. And then now this guy's going to go 1-2 and eat an element, and we'll let it eat the wind, I think, and attack Hive and then my Toxin guy. So Hive will take 4, lose its regenerate, and get poisoned and brittled. And then my buddy guy takes absolutely nothing other than a poison and brittle. So I guess that's not absolutely nothing. And then this thing has move 2, so it'll just move 1. And it will turn... Oh, it turns anything into... Let's turn the fire into ice, I guess. I didn't think about that. That's okay. This was an okay turn. And then here, I think I just reject the gift with Racked in Pain and then set up. That'll be totally fine. Infuser can easily move 4 and get in here and start helping. I could move 5 with Rising Momentum. Maybe I would want to do that. I can just move 5 with Rising Momentum and just Gemstone Resonance. I'll take 2 Retaliate, hitting the Snow Imp, but then the Toxin Distributor won't take it. Or maybe I go faster on Hive so that he takes 2 Retaliate. I think I'm fine with that. So here, I could do the high impact projectiles to move my Machine Bolter forward. I think I like that a lot. And then I could either grant an additional attack or I could attack at range. I would love to switch, though. So maybe I'll high impact projectiles and launch pod bottom. Okay, so Hive first. So this thing's going to move 1-2 and attack for 2 and a poison. Yeah, move 2, attack for 2 and poison. And it's going to deal 3. It's going to take 4 in Retaliate. Which sucks. I didn't think about the brittle doubling it, but the challenge gave it 2 Retaliate. And then now I switch. Do I suffer 4, which would be 8? Or do I just suffer 4? When a transfer is performed and you have at least 1 summon on the map, choose the summon to do the following. Remove the summon, remove all conditions and damage from the sufferer. You suffer that damage and gain those conditions. So I guess I would suffer 8. But before that happens, I get to heal 2. Because I'm not in this mode yet, so I still can heal. I guess heal can remove conditions even when you have this thing, can't it? Heals targeting you don't increase your hit point value, but they would still remove poison and brittle. So my turn goes, I do that. I switch with this guy, which is going to make me take 4 and put me right here and put my repair drone on the map. And then I get poisoned because I switched with him, and then I heal 2. So I'm no longer poisoned. I can't heal anyway, but I still can remove the poison with the heal. And then I just have a 2-target attack for 2. And I am now in Plague Protocol mode, right? So I'll add poison to both hits. So attack for 2, attack for 2. First at disadvantage. Okay, it does nothing. And it's disadvantage, so I get the curse. And then in the back. What a great turn. Okay. And then now Infuser is going to, or Shackles is going to heal for, oh, the fire's gone. So it's just heal for 5. And then reject the gift doesn't do anything. That's fine. Then the Snow Imp is going to muddle. and strengthen itself and strengthen the Frost Demon. And then Infuser is going to heal from Regenerate. Move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because I have a pair and +1 move. And then Gemstone Resonance, which I guess goes into Hive, but Hive can't be healed, so it just gains Regenerate. We eat this. Then I strengthen myself and attack for 3. Okay, and we get either Wind or Leaf. So it's going to deal 4 damage. I get either Wind or Leaf, which we're going to be going for this Obsidian Spear, I believe. So let's make it Leaf, and then let's helmet this Ice into Dark. And then next turn I can Obsidian Spear, so I'll go like Slashing Cyclone with Obsidian Spear or something. I think that sounds really good. And I'll be strengthened, and yeah, I like everything about that. And then now this guy... Oh, he's hitting at range. I didn't think about that. That's okay. I wanted him to come up and melee me. So that... But I can just use boots to get next to them, right? Oh, I can attack at range and then use boots to get closer and hit both. Oh, also this thing needs to be muddled and wounded, right? So just attack for 5 coming into Infuser. And it would deal 6. So let's block all 6 so that I don't lose my Regenerate. And new turn. Shackles is super easy. Reversal of Fate with Hopelessness. Here I just have 2 cards, so I'll play those. I would love to switch out so that I can start healing. And then here I just go fast and play this, and I'm very happy. I could move 1, 2 so that Obsidian Spear hits both. But nah, getting the stun is too cool. Getting the stun is way too cool. Okay, so Infuser first. Let's first eat Dark Leaf to attack for 4 at range 3 and stun into the Frost Demon. Oh, geez. Okay, so it does 1, 2, and then either 3 plus the 4. So it does either 6 or 7. If I take 6, I can get Wind or Dark. I don't think I care about any element for next turn, though. So let's take the 7. Because it was rolling +1, and then a +1 on an attack for 4. And he's poisoned, so he takes 8. And he gets stunned. And then I will use my boots. If he's stunned already, do I really want to be doing that? It's fine. I'll use my boots to go right here. And then attack both of them for 2. So first the Forest Imp, Snow Imp. Oh, beautiful. It does 3, 4 because of the poison, and then crits for 8. So that'll just straight up kill. And then attack into this guy. It's just an attack for 2. It will deal 2 plus 1 is 3. Plus 1 for poison is 4. Then I do take 3 retaliate, which is unfortunate. But this guy gets wounded and muddled, which is nice. Then on Hive's turn, this thing can't move. This thing will move up 1 and attack for 1, 2 because of the poison, though. I get to grant a move 2 to this thing, and it does 2 damage. And then I heal. I've suffered 10 damage here and 8 here. It's range 3, right, on the heal, or is it range 2? It's range 3. So I get to heal onto Infuser. This guy suffers from his wound. He doesn't set the ice, and Shackles is going to set Reversal of Fate and Bane itself. And that room went really, really well. So I can just guide the flow in Coalescing Darkness. I'm not strengthened, but anything except for a minus, anything except for a miss will kill to the wound, which is nice. I guess I'll long rest on Hive. Yeah. And I'll long rest on Shackles. So we get a ranged attack out of this guy. I mean, it makes the most sense to just attack him for 2, right? So let's attack him for 2, and it kills. Then now I can either move and grab the chest. I could loot one of these. Let's go for the chest. 66. Really? 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 We needed to do that. We really needed to do that. I almost never go for chests, and the one time where I feel like I'm in really good shape and I can do it, it's suffer 2 damage and get brittled. Pain. Let's see. Now it's Hive's turn. I'll go ahead and use my Horn of Command to command this thing to move 1, 2, 3, or 2. Just move 2. So I'll command it to move 1, 2, and oh, it can't heal me because I can't be healed by things. And then I don't regenerate and I don't long rest, so that really sucks. So, I don't know. The poison on this felt really good, but I need to be switching right after I poison, which is cool. Like I like that. I definitely know that I do not play Hive well. I get all of these back. Totally forgot about the Frenzy and the Stamina Potion, too. Stamina Potion I can definitely make good use out of. I probably want to just Launch Pod on this next turn, right? So, let's drock the Shocking Pulse. It doesn't feel like it's very good in this scenario. Wow, I've got no cards. I do not like that. I'm going to need to remove the Repair Drone, but that's not a big deal. I'll just Horn of Command to move it, and then I'll just switch into it and heal, and that'll be very good. Here, I just heal 2. Conditions can't be removed, so I'm still Baned. And a card to drop, which I could drop Hopelessness at this point. Let's drop Unstable Effigy. Definitely does not feel needed. Maybe I should bring down the Reversal of Fate. I don't think I'm going to. Because, like, I should just be walking into this room and deleting it. Basically, no matter what happens. And so it'll be fine. And so with that in mind, I guess we do need a movement, so I'll reject the gift. This way I can get rid of any, like, any brittles that come into me with Line of Transference. And that just feels really good. I don't know, maybe it would make sense to take another turn for the rest cycle, but it's okay. Here, yeah, we're just going to move that summon and switch into the heal summon and heal out of it. And then just do nothing, I think. So, Shackles is first, gets to do the fun stuff. So we'll move 3 with Reject the Gift. 1. Oh, nice. Beautiful. 2. 3. Nothing special in this room. Probably another chest that's going to hurt me, right? But that's okay. And then let's attack with Line of Transference into this Frost Demon. So attack for 2. And it's going to deal 4. Man, I really wish I were wounded. Being wounded here would be so sick. And then that's going to give him my Bane. Then he's going to step here and attack me for 5. It's going to deal 5. Which is going to deal 5. And it's also going to deal 2. From the level 9 card. Then this thing is going to step back. There's no element, so there's no multi-target. And it just attacks me for 2. I take 1. This thing's going to take 2. Also, this needs to take 10. From the Bane going off on its turn. Whenever you gain negative conditions this round, prevent the condition. I think that will block Curse. I believe it would block a Curse. Because, like, Curse, you very temporarily gain the condition, right? And then it'll also block the riddle. So, just very happy with that all the way around. Beginning of the next turn, I suffer 3. This thing dies. This thing suffers 2. I just need to deal 8 damage. Like, easy, right? Then, actually, I don't even need to Horn of Command this thing, because it's just going to move 2. Trying to get over to this hex to hit this thing. And then, it's my turn. Unfortunately, I don't get to heal, but I will just switch the Repair Drone. Which is going to put the Toxin Distributor here. And it's going to put me right here. And then now I can start healing. So I'll heal 2. And then nothing with long-range missiles. But that's fine. Infuser is just going to heal 2. And we're new turn. I do have Gemstone Resonance, so that heal 2 does come with a handy-dandy regenerate. This will come down. We get all these items back. I love Infuser. This is one of my favorite characters. Let's drop Bounty of the Earth, I think. Let's see. I need to go loot these, which is a little bit boring, but we'll just do that. It makes the most sense to move here and play a loot action, which actually means that I would love to be standing... If I were standing here, I could move the Frost Demon to there. If I were standing here, I could move the Snow Imp here. So yeah, I'll just try to move 2. So here I need to move 1, 2, 3. Which we can just do with basically any pair of cards, right? Setting Leaf would be nice, but I guess I can't do that, can I? I can just hope to get a helmet out of an ice from the Frost Demon. What is Shackles doing to kill here? Racked with Pain actually sounds decent into the Frost Demon. So does just doing a melee attack, though. I think doing a melee attack actually sounds best. And then over here, I think I just want to do a move 2. It's very boring, but it will work. So let's just do that. And then I can potentially do something else with it. Let's go fast on Shackles so that I don't have to worry about anything here. So I can suffer 3 at the beginning of my turn to make this suffer 3. Then I suffer damage, so this suffers 2. Then I... dang, I can't kill this thing. It would be so sick if I could kill it. But I guess that's not going to happen, is it? No, it's not. I'll just attack for 2. Default attack for 2. Oh my gosh. The default attack for 2 does 4. Then I suffer 4. Then it suffers 2. I don't know why I got excited. That doesn't kill. I was thinking for some reason that that would kill. But it just barely doesn't. I can kill with Parrying Gauntlet now, though. So I guess I'll go 1-2 with my move action, right? And then no matter what, it dies when it walks up to me. And then Hive is going to... Or I guess the Toxin Distributor is going to move 2, right? Yeah, move 2. Then Hive is going to regenerate. Then it's going to heal 2. And then it's going to move 2. And that's all it does. Then the Frost Demon is going to step right here. I'm going to use my Parrying Gauntlet to attack for 3. It's going to miss, which is going to make me take Retaliate. And then I suffer damage, so it suffers 2. And then the Infuser is going to go 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to use my Piranha Pig to make all my characters do a loot action. So Infuser's just going to push both of these right here. She also heals from the Regenerate. Hive is going to move the Forest Imp into its Hex. Frost Demon, I'll move it here. The Shackles is going to... Oh, I can't move either of these, can I? Dang. If I had gone here, I could have moved them, but then I wouldn't be able to... I wouldn't have been able to use the Parrying Gauntlet, so it's okay. I'll just get the chest, which is probably going to be like Bane Yourself or something. 43... Oh, 4 loot cards. Okay, that was pretty good. And then, unfortunately, I don't get to move either of those. They just stay there. And we're new turn. Okay, so this is where it takes a really long time. I really need, like, move and loot actions to get these going. Because it's just going to be a whole lot of move twos. I feel like I can just move 4 into there with Hive. And I feel like I'm at no risk of losing this. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I am risking losing. I don't have any leaf. This is fine. Let's just do a small move and just a nothing. So Hive is going to regenerate. I'll tell this thing to move closer to me, and then I'll move 1, 2. Maybe instead of telling it to move closer to me, I want to Hornet command it to the door. And then I'll move 1, 2. Oh, I also get to heal 2 at the start of my turn, right? Is there really no... Oh, there's no Frost Demon in here, so I have to open the big door. That is annoying. Chest number 1. That's interesting. I've never seen that before. So maybe I'll just move 1, 2, and I'll just attack this thing. Attack for 2, attack for 2. I could also transfer to put the... This is my mode, right? But that would put the repair drone in here. And that does not sound like a good idea. I guess I would probably transfer the machine bolter. And that would put repair drone in here. And then the toxin distributor would go in next turn. Honestly, I don't hate that. Do I have the when you long rest? No. Dang, if I could go at 1 initiative next turn and have the toxin distributor and the range thing hit, that would be so cool. This is okay. Let's move in and attack for 2 and see what happens. I deal 4. So then now the question is, do I want to switch or do I want to try to just pull a +1 and kill? And I think the answer is just try to pull a +1 and kill. Get to grant a summon and move 2. So I think I tell the machine bolter to move here. And then when I transfer it, I just need to move 2, and I can get to this hex and move both of those exactly where I want to go. And that'll be really good. That will be really good. Okay, I need to, in the future, I need to pull the things more into the room so that I don't have to move the tokens so far. This was definitely a mistake. This thing will just move here and attack me for 4, and I'll take 5. Which hurts. It definitely hurts. Maybe I want a short rest rather than long resting. And the toxin distributor is not going to reach it. I think I will short rest. That's fine. And then we'll just go fast and walk up to him and kill him. Actually, I might want this bottom more instead. We'll figure it out. Then here... Did I long rest last turn, or... Dang it. Did I long rest both my characters? No, I shouldn't have been long resting here. I just didn't do the characters' turns. So I move here and move those over. And then Shackles, I did long rest. Shackles actually took a lot of damage. And has, like, no cards. Wow. Maybe reject the gift. I have Hammer Potion still, though, so I want to use that when I open the door. Maybe let's drop Racked with Pain. And then... I guess I'll just step here and heal myself and just get a tiny heal. I'll probably try to open the door with Reject the Gift. Maybe Hopelessness and Reject the Gift and just Hammer Potion and kill something. I am not going to need all of the Snow Imps that are in here. I just need 1 Frost Demon out of that room. So maybe I just Hammer Potion to get a Frost Demon low. And then here... I mean, it's really boring, but I think I just moved 2. I definitely did this the wrong way, but it's okay. This thing will move 2, and then I think I'm going to attack for 3. It kills, and then I can switch. I also healed 2 at the beginning of my turn. So I could switch over here and move 2. I'm going to do that. So first I'm going to switch to the Machine Bolter off of that attack. And then I'm going to move 2. And then I'm going to switch back, which is going to put the Machine Bolter right here. Which is where I need to end a turn here at some point so that I can move that Frost Demon onto the ice. And then I have moved 2. So I switched off the attack. I moved 2, then I switched back, and then I moved 2 again, just to put the machine bolter exactly where I want it to be so that when I transfer it, I can go there. And then that'll move this here, and I get the chest. Which is chest number 1, which is 4 loot cards. Got a random item. Ah, the item that I wanted on trap that whole time. During your ranged attack ability, add a target. So good on trap. Stupidly busted on trap. Oh, this is shackles, not trap. Not hive. This would be really good on shackles as well because line of transference. Would that be able to give multiple banes? I think it would, but maybe it wouldn't. All right. Well, we got all of the chests. Now it's just a whole lot of moving to move these things. Really wish I had brought some loot actions. Had I really paid attention to the rules and understood how I was supposed to move these corpses ahead of time, I definitely think I would have. But that's okay. I think we can make it work still. Shackles is going to move here. Heal for 5. I'm not going to do the immobilize or the fire. So just move, loot to move them. Same thing here. Move, loot to move them. And I did hive already. The loot and adjacent hex boots would be really good here too. Let's just step onto that and loot it, I think. Dang, this is like so slow. Move here and move this here. Move here and move those there. Long rest. I think it's going to come down to Infuser needing to survive everything. Or, like, have the stamina to move everything. And I think she'll be able to do it. Although maybe it's going to be close. I feel like I can drop Coalescing Darkness here. The Infusion isn't really going to get all that much for me. I don't need it. I just need to step here and move this there. And this way. So we just need to move 2. And that's no problem. Long rest the other 2 characters. So I'll just do that. Let's see, a card to lose here. Reversal of Fate, the attack is nice. I think I don't need Unending Torment. And then I'm getting very nervous here that I'm not going to have enough. I wish I had Reassemble to bring one of my summons down. But I do think at this point I'm going to be literally just stepping on things and moving them for the rest of time. Maybe it's not even worth it to go for this Snow Imp. Because minimum I'm going to have to move it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Do I have 5 turns left? 1, 2, 3, 4 with Stamina Potion and 5. So yeah, that's literally all Hive is going to do for the rest of the scenario, but that's fine. It'll at least accomplish the goal. Shackles, I think, is just going to be... Let's see. I need to get this Snow Imp here, right? Which is... I don't know, maybe I can just be stepping it over here one at a time. At some point, I need to transfer Hive down here, which maybe it's not even going to be able to do that. Should have saved my loot action. Yeah, I really don't know what I'm doing at this point, but I think we can make it work still. I hope. I'm going to feel real dumb if I lose this. So Hive is going to tell the Toxin Distributor to move there with its thing, and then move here and move this. And then Shackles is going to move here and move that. I don't think he gets to heal, does he? No. Infuser is going to move here and move this. And just like that, I'm really not liking my position. all of these move ones have just been so slow. I should have moved this thing here. Hive is going to go here. Infuser is going to go here. And then it's difficult to land onto this hex, but I can just go 1, 2, 3, 4 with just a move 4 with jump, which that'll work. And then Shackles is going to go here. Everybody long rests. Let's see. So Hive goes 1, then Stamina Potions, goes 2, then Long Rests, then goes 3 and moves that there, and can't ever transfer down here. Man, I needed to get these things in, like, big stacks and be carrying big stacks with me. I don't know if that ever would have helped at any point, but that's what I needed to do. I don't see any way to help it now. I need to get this final enemy dead. I need to get that door opened and the final enemy moving in to help me. Don't feel like I need Crystalline Aegis. I do feel like I got punked, though. Do I just go ahead and move 6 on Shackles right now, or do I want to take one more turn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The odds of me getting next to something, though, with that are not actually that high. So I guess I can just move one more time and put it right there. But then I just have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which isn't that good. So I'm just going to move 1 here. And on Infuser, I'm going to open the door. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'll do Rising Momentum with Guide the Flow. And that way I can end on this to put my Pixie right there. And I'll have opened the door, which is going to pull things to me. Which is good. That's what I need. And then here I'll just go late. And, you know, we'll just figure something out. I should have opened this door a long time ago on Infuser, I think. So Shackles is just going to move here. And that's it. Infuser is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 with her bottom, which is move 5 with jump. Oh, you have to open every door? Interesting, interesting, interesting. Okay. This is probably a good chest, but I think I just want to pull these things to me, right? I can make this thing suffer a ton of damage with Shackles next turn. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, which isn't going to put him in range to suffer at the beginning, but I can Hammer Potion with Hopelessness and then hit him when he retaliates on me. And then I can kill him by long resting and suffering damage at the beginning of my turn. So this is all fine. This is all totally fine. I just need to get him over here, and then Infuser should be able to finish this off. So that's 5. And then I've got to move 3 top, which is move 4, right? So I go 1, 2, 3 to finish right here, which is going to move this there. And then I'll need to go here to move this here. I need to go here to move this Frost Demon here. I need to be moving this over that way. I'm going to need to end a turn here to move Frost Demon here and Snow Imp here. End a turn here to move Snow Imp there. And I need the Frost Demon to die, like, over here. This guy's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. This guy's going to go 1, 2, 3. And then this guy's going to go 1, 2. Hive is going to go 1. And then Stamina Potion. I think to get back the slower card. And we're new turn. Shackles could either short or long rest. Does it matter? Yeah, let's long rest, because if one of these guys could come up here, that would be good. Infuser, we'll just go slow. Standing right here and hitting both of them with an Obsidian Spear would be really nice. This is a melee attack, so I would get the wound and stuff. Maybe I'll do that. Or maybe I'll go late and try to do that. Also, I could potentially pull. Yeah, we'll just see what happens. Here I'll go late, and Shackles is long resting. So we get move 3, so this guy will go 1, 2, 3, and this guy will go 1, 2. And they can hit Infuser, so attack for 5 into Infuser. It will deal 6. And I don't need to worry about anything after that, right? I just take 6. He doesn't turn any element into any element because there are no elements. And then if I do the Obsidian Spear, I can pull him into the icy terrain, which is kind of nice. I guess I could come up this way to pull him into Shackles damage, but that's not super needed. Also, where is the other Frost Demon that I'm thinking that I need? Do I need to kill both of these guys? Am I just short a Frost Demon? No, because there's one right here. Okay. Unfortunate that Shackles can't end his turn right here, but also I don't think that that's the end of the world. So let's step here on Infuser with Bottom of Slashing Cyclone. Then use Obsidian Spear. I think I am going to set the Dark, so it'll be 2 attacks for 3. So into the Elite, it does 4. And then it's going to pull him in, and I'm going to suffer 4 Retaliate. And that's just the cost of doing business, right? And then into this Frost Demon, which this one I don't care about nearly as much. I can get Leaf. And it does 3. And will give me these negative conditions. Then I'm going to use my boots to go here and move this Snow Imp into the thing. And then now I don't need that much more. Oh, you know what? I didn't think about pulling them in, but I can go slower with Hive. Because Hive was supposed to take its turn before Infuser, but I didn't even look at it. So this thing will attack for 3 and miss. And then this thing will move up and attack for 2 and deal 3 and poison. And it will take 4 Retaliate. Also, I forgot about the extra Retaliate 2 on a full health target. So I needed to take 2 more on Infuser, which that damage might actually end up hurting a little bit. But we'll see. And then Hive itself's turn, which I don't think I can really afford to do anything other than move here to move one of my Snow Imps there. Because I need to get this over there. Moving in and, like, attacking for 2 twice, it would be cool, but the damage to kill these things is not going to be an issue. And then Shackles is going to suffer 3 to make this guy suffer 3. I don't get to do the level 9 card, but that's fine. And then I heal 2. And I get my last card, which is going to be my last turn. So I can reject the gift with Hopelessness. And that will be fine. And then Infuser, I think, is just going to long rest here. And Hive is going to long rest as well. So we're going to go at 20. First, I suffer 3 to make this guy suffer 3. Then no one in range for the level 9. Then I'm going to move 4. 1, 2, 3. Or no, 1, 2, and slide. Then I suffer 4. So move 6 and suffer 4. Which is going to make something suffer 2. So we'll make this thing suffer 2. Then I'm going to reject the gift and Hammer Potion myself. Which is going to make this thing suffer 10. Then I guess I'll Health Potion up. And I don't need to do anything else. Nothing else really does anything. I'm definitely not going to Tome of Life here. But I've got my Deathproof Charm if needed. And I'm in a very good spot. So it's them now. So this guy's going to suffer. He'll hit Shackles first. Attack for 6 with disadvantage. It's going to miss. Oh, it's going to miss. And then into the Toxin Distributor, attack for 6, and it's going to kill. Oops. This is kind of a cool level. I definitely didn't play it right since I didn't understand exactly how it worked in the beginning. Which makes me think that the levels may be a little bit easier than it needed to be. But that's okay. Then this guy is going to hit Shackles. Attack for 5 at disadvantage. It's going to deal 4, which is going to deal 2 damage to this guy. And then we're done. So I get to long rest here. Let's do Infuser's long rest first. So I definitely should have shielded all of that, but that was okay. And then now the Machine Bolter will attack, which it does 6 damage. So maybe I messed that up a little bit. That was a long rest, right? On Hive? Yes, that was a long rest. So we get back down to 1 card. I can heal, but it's all fine, and so we can end the round. Shackles is just going to long rest here. Infuser just needs to go fast and I guess go over here, which means I'll just unsummon the Bolt Shooter. Not this. Let's save my big move card. So I'll go fast and unsummon the Bolt Shooter, and that'll be fine, and then I long rest Shackles. So Hive is going to move here and move that Snow Imp there onto the terrain. Unsummon the Bolt Shooter. So that Infuser can... Infuser's fine to just attack for 2 here. Let's attack for 2. It does 5... Or 2, 3, 4. Okay. It does 5, and it will... I take 3, and I can infuse Dark or Wind, and then I'll move 1, 2, 3 with Jump, so that I can move this thing to right there. Then this guy is going to suffer from his wound, back up, and shoot Shackles. Attack for 5. It'll deal 4, which will make him take 2. And then Shackles takes his turn. He'll suffer 3, which is going to make this thing suffer 3. Then since I suffer damage, it also gets to suffer 2. And we're in there, right? That was Shackles' final turn, so he loses a card and then has nothing left. Hive can long rest here, but like there's no point. And so we just have Infuser left. So let's just go at this speed. Cool. He, I go first. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With just this, move 3 plus 1 plus 2. And then I get to move this here and this here. This guy suffers. There's no ice, and I'm not in range for him to immobilize me. So nothing to worry about there. He's going to die to wound, which means that all I have to do is end my turn on this Snow Imp, and it'll move onto the Snowdrift, and I win. How many cards do I have? So I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, cool. I'm guaranteed to win this and get the chest, as long as the chest doesn't... Oh, man, the chest could kill me. Okay, well, let's long rest. This guy will go and die. I heal 2. And then I'll save this thing. I'll save Rising Momentum, and I'll save Guide the Flow. And now... So I can move 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with Rising Momentum and Guide the Flow. 1, 2. And I get onto the chest. If the chest does 4 damage to me, I die. But if it doesn't deal damage to me, then the next turn I can just Slashing Cyclone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with this loss, and I get the thing. So, you know, if the chest kills me, then whatever. We're not replaying the level. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we get chest. It's probably going to be 4 loot cards, right? 28. Okay, cool. 4 loot cards. And then we can short rest. It does not matter which card we lose, because I'm just playing the loss on Slashing Cyclone. And I move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get an experience for that. And this thing moves here. And I believe I did everything correctly. All 6 difficult terrain have snow imps. All 6 icy terrain tiles have frost demons. And we've got 1 extra. I liked that level. It was very simple and easy. Did I do it right? When a monster dies, instead of a loot token, it drops a standee with no base. These are bodies, which do not affect movement or alter whether a hex is empty, featureless, or not occupied. All bodies can be looted as normal, though a body is simply moved to the looting character's hex or a hex adjacent to them. Multiple bodies can be in the same hex. The scenario is complete when there is 1 Frost Demon body on each starting Ice hex and 1 Snow Imp body on each starting Snowdrift hex. At the end of that round, we had 90.2. So, I don't see any reason that I would have messed that up. Which is just kind of weird, because, like, both of these 2 scenarios were so much harder than this one. But okay, I'll take it. And here we are. The ritual and the battle, you find, are one and the same. Following the Elder's instructions, you dispatch the demon with speed, and then arrange the dead into a wide, sprawling glyph. As soon as it's complete, the expanse around you begins to change. The wind, which had been blowing since you first entered, slows to a breeze, and a soft ringing rises in the air. On the air. Okay. The Algox elders step towards the edge of the glyph. They offer up their relics, the shard of ancient ice and the new snow, both rising up from their hands and drifting into the center of the circle. There, the 2 objects orbit each other, spinning faster and faster as the ringing rises into a piercing scream. A flash of light erupts from the center of the circle, and everything stops. And there it is, hovering, the unyielding shard. It's as pure a thing as you've ever seen. A piece of ice, smooth on top and sharp on the bottom, like an inverted teardrop. And suspended inside it are a number of glowing golden shapes, glyphs, linked together into a long swirling chain. These are the true words of Geryu, meant to banish the corruption that darkens the hearts of the warring Algox. The emissaries approach the shard with reverence and take hold of it together. Their bodies lighten as if years are being lifted away. Gurndal gasps. Bardu, the ice speaker, overtaken by the force, holds out the shards as if she's never seen ice before. If these are the words of the Creator, what have we been listening to all this time? She laments. We must show this to our people. There is no other path. The elders pray, holding the shard between them, and then, after a long while, they depart the circle and look to you. We will return to Snowscorn, Gurndal says. The shard has given us the power to end the war. We must embed it into the heart of ice and remove the darkness that engulfs our people, and return them to the light of Geryu. But they will not welcome us. 1 morale, 1 inspiration, and change of heart. That inspiration is nice, I need that. Morale, not as much. And we're done. So let's pass a week. Almost done with summer. A group of mercenaries are strapping supplies onto a donkey-drawn wagon. A woman in gleaming armor stows a warhammer, ignoring the agitated old man nattering at her. Go on then and rush to your deaths. There's nothing up that mountain but an unmarked grave with your name on it. He scrunches his face, struggling. Or should I say, without your name on it, because it'll be unmarked, and no one will find you. He turns to you. These mercenaries are abandoning Frosthaven to venture into the hills for adventure. Waste a good manpower, I say. The mercenaries certainly look to be on the younger side, still excited for a march outside the walls. A plucky quattrel gathers a crowd with notes from her lute. That's gotta be the, What is it even called? The Bard? Soothsinger. Hopping onto the back of a donkey. How about it then? Who will fund our journey to treasure? Option A, mercenaries should be supported. Help them purchase supplies in return for a cut of what they find. Option B, the old man's right. They're walking to their doom. Try to stop them. I don't care. Option A. I should know the answer to this, but I didn't really remember. But it looks like I didn't remember because it doesn't really matter too much. Oh, wow. Lose 10 gold and 2 herb resources? It's kind of a steep price. It's fine. $10 gold and 2 herbs. Add events Summer Outpost 37 and 38 to the Summer Outpost decks. I really should know what those do, but I don't. 37 and 38, and shuffle. Alright, that's done. We get daytime, so I can spend... I always forget how much it is. Is this 18 now? Yeah, 3 times 2 is 6, times 3 is 18. And I've got gold here, so 18, this is going to be, what, 13 left? Yeah. Go down to 13, and then I get 3, 3, 3. Can I build any more buildings? No. I cannot build anything else. Wow. Okay. That's fine. We're not... we are never progressing Infuser's retirement goal. I don't know if 4 is right. Maybe it's supposed to be 5 at this point. I could go back and check, but also I'm not really going to do that. I'm enjoying playing Infuser. Alright, well, we get our 2 herbs that we always get. And then I need to look into building this, the Abyss Axe. I knew what it was before, but I do not remember now. 39. We need 29, 101, and 112. So we just need to look at what 101 and 112 are. Which, Major Power Potion and Hammer Potion. So I need Axenut, Snow Thistle, Rock Root, and Axenut, Corpse Cap, Arrowvine. I don't believe I have any Arrowvine. Do I have any here? Nothing there. So I've got the Snow Thistle. I don't think I have the Rock Root. So I didn't need any Corpse Cap for those, right? So I could 2-for-1 some Corpse Cap right now. Wouldn't really matter, though, because I can't build the other piece yet. So yeah, I just need to get, like, an herb in the next scenario, and then I should be able to build that Abyss Axe. What do I need? It was item 29. Which is this Cleaving Axe, which is just a wood and metal. So that's not an issue at all. Do I have wood and metal here? Yeah, I just got all those resources there. So I can build the Abyss Axe on Hive next turn, and then we can just kind of go hunting for some of these, some of those things. Maybe I'll even try to craft a renewing potion to be able to get the axe back. Renewing potion, Snow Thistle, Rock Root. So I would need to get a lot of Rock Root here. I would need to get 2 Rock Root to be able to get that, which is probably not going to happen. Looks like nobody leveled up, though, so this is going to be a nice, easy thing. Ooh, kill 2 enemies in the same round. I don't think I did that. Yeah, that was on Shackles. Kill the first enemy to die. I have no idea. It was like 4.5 hours ago that I killed the first enemy. Maybe I'll check. And then kill an elite. I killed the final Frost Demon with the summon. Nice. Okay, so that gets me this. So I definitely got at least one of those, which is good. And so now when I long rest, I can So whenever you long rest, you may do so on any initiative value. Okay, so I actually get to do the long rest too. Choosing your initiative value after all ability cards have been revealed, and you decide how your summons perform their abilities for the round. That's just so good. That is just, oh, so good. This Piranha Pig was really good in this scenario, too. All right. I think I'm done. Oh, I don't believe I got my mark. Let's see. I have 18. Wow. I have 21 of these. And do I have 21 challenges completed? 22 challenges completed. And so we get another one of these. Let's add these rolling medals. 192, 1. 2 rolling medals. All right, yes, I understand. Satha, the mayor of Frosthaven, is surrounded by a group of a dozen people clamoring for her attention outside her cabin. Most unusually, they're still dressed in their night clothes, oblivious to the weather. Satha catches your eye and waves you over. With an exasperated sigh, she asks the crowd to fill you in. A young woman in a nightgown with bloodshot eyes speaks up. We had a dream, a bad one, all together. Cogs, spinning. The fog of darkness mixed with the pull of fear. It's all jumbled up, but the machine is calling. It needs someone to go there, out onto the ice, to free the relic, to carve away the cold and pull it from its bed. Retrieve the relic. The others speak in eerie unison. Free the relic. Retrieve the relic. Satha narrows her gaze in uncharacteristic concern. Another townsperson speaks up, a nervousness about him. It said it wouldn't let us sleep until we freed it. You have to help us. You'll help us, won't you? 79 Zerelic. Okay. That's a two-parter. What does that symbol mean? Oh, okay. Just job posting. Cool. That's a two-parter. I want to do this three-parter. We've got so many job postings to do. And we've got this tome one thing to do. We've got this job posting to do with a forced link. So maybe I'll put off the change of heart and the and uniting the crown. I don't know. I want to get them done. Uniting the crown does not sound like a good scenario for... actually, it sounds like a pretty bad one for Infuser. And a really bad one for Hive. But I don't know. Maybe I'll do Uniting the Crown next. I just know that I need to get some herbs, and then I need to be going for undead things. Which of these levels have undead? 101. Let's just do it in here. And I want to finish this storyline. I started it a long time ago. This is just all Algox, though. Algox are generally, like, kind of hard to beat, especially at this point when they have so much health. So that would be kind of a fun one, I think. Then there is... So if any of these have undead, I think I'm going to do them first. The Grand View, number 94. Let's just look for it in here, right? 94, so this is going to be like 10 less. So 114. This has Vermling Scouts, Ancient Artillery, Flaming Blade Spinner, Brewing Machine, Steel Automaton, so no. The Collection, 87, Rising Brine, 83, the Relic, 79. So 87, this is going to be like 100. Oh, not even close, but 83 was one of them, right? Piranha Pigs, Mine Snippers, Artillery. So no. The collection, Algox, Guards, Flaming Blade Spinners, Claw Crushers, Steel Automatons, Polar Bears. So no. What else was there? There was 79 I have access to. What exactly am I looking for? Frozen Corpses, Ice Race, Living Doom. Maybe I'll just go play this scenario, 39. It's locked out, so it wouldn't be in story mode, but whatever, right? Because I know that has Frozen Corpses. Frozen Corpses, Deep Terrors, and Black Imps. Let's see. I have not played this Realm of Endless Frost yet. I don't remember what are in that. What enemies are in that one. I know it's got Snow Imps. And it's got a boss guy. Living Bones, Living Spirits, Prince of Frost, Frost Demons. But Frozen Corpses, Ice Race, Living Dooms. So not Living Spirits or Living Bones. Even though we finally said some undead. So we just need to find some Frozen Corpses. We looked at all of those. We looked at this. Played that. The Lustrous Pit. The Furious Factory. Have I played all of these levels? I think I have. Could go back and do the other side of the Fish King storyline. But that's probably not going to have those enemies. Those are probably all like lurkers. Because we'd be facing the Fish King. Haven't played Runes of Solstice. But that is Forest Imps and Frost Demons, if I remember correctly. We can just do it like this. It makes a lot of lag to do it this way, but it's fine. Earth Demons, Frost Demons, Forest Imps, Savas, and Wind Demons. I played this one in my tabletop. But, I mean, it's got 3. Let's see, we need to look at the Lustrous Pit. Ice Wraith. So we finally found an Ice Wraith level. It's not going to have that many Ice Wraith, though. Because I kind of want to retire Hive quickly. I don't really want to play it anymore. Although, I mean, it's been doing better. Like, it did fine in that scenario, but the other characters I have are just so strong that they do most everything. Artilleries, Blade Spinners, Ruin Machines, and Steel Automatons. I think I played this one, too. Yeah, I've played this one. In physical. Although, the way I was sitting at the board, it was oriented like this, I think. But the special rules should reference Initiative 52, not 54. Okay. Let's see. So we haven't found a single Frozen Corpse level. We know this Ice Cave, it was Savas Ice Flow is the boss. Then it was Night Demons, Hounds, and Frost Demons, and Wind Demons. Frost Demons, Hounds, Night Demons, Wind Demons. And then the boss is the Savas Ice Flow. We did this line, we did that. We haven't played this one, but it sounds like it would be Hounds. Hounds, Polar Bears, Priests, Vermling, Scouts. This one, Lurker Necromancy. Oh, I think this is going to have Frozen Corpses, right? It has Living Bones. I also played this one tabletop. Living Bones, Mind Snippers, Soldiers, and Frozen Corpses. So we found our first Frozen Corpse level. So that will be a good one to do. They've also got like a ton of shield. What does the Abyss Axe do exactly? Oh, +3 damage and 1 pierce. That's kind of underwhelming. And then I have to get the kills with the item, right? Use it to kill 10. Yeah, I've probably got to get the final hit with the item. That's 2 levels that I can play. The Lurker Necromancy and the Lustrous Pit, was it? I think. Under the Influence, I played that one and failed it. It was city guards and hounds in the first room, vermling, shaman, and vermlings in the second room. And then, what was it? Was it bolt shooters and a steel automaton in the final room? Eternal Crave. I don't know what this one is at all. It's got a lot to load. It has Ice Wraith as well, though. So that is one that I can do. So I've got 3 levels that I can go do that I know have all of the things that I need. Oh my goodness. This is not a good level for Shackles. There's so much movement here. Oh, we start up here. That's interesting. Oh. Okay. That's kind of cool. I want to do this one. Definitely at some point. That was the Eternal Crave. Feline Power. We've got more Frozen Corpses and Ice Wraith here. So I should do that first once I craft my Abyss Axe. I think that'll be good. I'm playing, like, the worst class ever. Not the worst class ever. Bone Shaver would be worse to have this battle goal. But, we'll make it work. Retirement goal. Yeah, my characters should crush this scenario. Shackles is so good into Ice Wraith. And then, finally, the Tower of Knowledge. So I think that was 4 levels that I can play. What enemies do we have here? Rune Machines, Blade Spinners, Robotic Bolt Shooters, Shrike Fiends, Steel Automatons. Yeah, that's not happening for a long time. Not for a long, long time. But what buildings do I get when I retire these? 81 or 67. I don't think I have either of those. I have 83, right? Yeah, so I don't have 81. And then here I get 74. Because 37 is the shop. But I don't have 74, so that's good. What do I get here? 21, I think I have that, right? Oh, no, I don't. Okay, cool. So I get all buildings that I don't have yet on my retirements. But 12 buildings is going to take a long time. But I will get 4 prosperity when I retire somebody. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the new building that I get, 1, 2, 3, if I can get 3 upgrades on it, or if I can just get 2 upgrades on it, and then I retire somebody, and then I can get 2 upgrades on their building, then that will put me to Prosperity 7. Oh, and I'll get a bonus envelope. I feel like I'm missing some of my retirement goals, but... Have I retired 10 characters? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 2 I've gotten through inspiration, right? So I think that is right. Alright, that is that. I don't know where I'm going next. Yeah, I don't know. It's either the Change of Heart or the Uniting the Crown. And then I need to look into what all I need to do with the puzzle book to continue on. I know you need to play this Realm of Endless Frost eventually. I just hate the level because the one time I've ever played it, I got to the final room and the boss drew, like, lose a card from your hand card 3 times in a row and I lost. GG.